Hi. Hi, it's Lindsay. Why did I start it like that? Like, here's a close-up of my skin breaking out because it's my time of month and it's just like, blah! It's only the second one I've had since I went off the pill and I am just, it's unpredictable, quite honestly. It's quite unpredictable, but you probably didn't want to hear that at the beginning of your Poshmark video, but here you go. Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. I'm pretty open. I'm an open book. My name's Lindsay Harper. Lindsay Beth Harper. Why did I say Lindsay Harper? I haven't said my name without my middle name in a long time. So anyway, unless I'm like have an appointment somewhere or something. Which color do we like the best here? Natural? Warm. I kind of like the warm one. It blends with, anyway. I have tried to go back and edit through some of the videos that I did already discussing that first set of stuff that I put on Poshmark to sell after I've started back. And either they get corrupted going to the computer somehow, or, you know, I gave up basically on trying to post those and just said, let's just redo them. Because those anyway, I got into like really long conversations about stuff. There is 2 that I am going to post after this one, maybe even 3, I don't know, that I filmed that were a little bit more condensed. I did talk a lot at the beginning of one of them because I thought it was going to be the redo of the first video. Anyway, whatever. My name's Lindsay Beth Harper. I'm a musician. I'm a singer-songwriter. I've done that all my life. And I've been up here in Nashville for 2 years. And it's kind of getting to the point where with gas being ridiculous and me trying to get more shows up here that I need to stay up here a little bit more and I need to not drive home as much and not play shows at home as much. So I'm trying to get back into Poshmark so that I can make a little bit of money on the side. So I want to do these videos. I watch people like Honey Rags and Mogi Beth and some other people, and they all do like thrift hauls and stuff, and they do a lot of informational videos, which, you know, I wish that I had more information at this point, but I'm I'd say I'm intermediate at this. I'm not a beginner anymore, but I quit doing it last year. I was in a relationship and the guy didn't like that I did this. It's a little bit of a hypocritical thing, but we're not going to go into that. Anyway, sorry. My mom was like, say this, and then the other side's like, you know, the devil's like, say this, and then the angel's like, no, please don't say anything else. Just keep moving through your video. That's what we're gonna do. I just put a little bit of cover up on to keep myself looking like pizza, but you know, this is just me. I showered today and have stayed here mostly and just worked on Poshmark. So anyway, without being too long, I did film a lot of videos, first and foremost, where I was sitting in front of my dining room table and I was just going through the stuff as I pulled it out of the Goodwill bags. And Mom was like, it's too long and drawn out, you know? And I was like, I know it is, but I just knew that it was gonna be hard as hell to get the video on the computer to be able to edit it, because even though this computer, I've had it only for like a year at this point, it's refurbished and it's 2015, and if I'm trying to do multiple things on it at one time, even though it has the highest RAM that it can have and everything and the video card and all that, it doesn't cooperate all the time and it freezes a lot. So it's easier when I can just throw a video up straight from my phone, but I do want to get to where I'm editing more stuff. So this one might just go up from my phone. Don't know yet. I'll see what happens. But I did that video and I covered a bunch of stuff, and honestly, like, it was just so long and drawn out. I'm gonna redo that. I'm gonna show you the stuff that I showed you in the first video and kind of flash through it real quick, so that I can say that I've covered that stuff. I'm trying to think. On that second video, I ended up, oh gosh, we started with that. Okay, I've got it in my mind now. I don't have a lot of closet space. First of all, I'm addicted. At least it's not crack, right? But like, I'm addicted to thrifting again. And I go through bouts. I go through bouts of like hating it, like just not being in the mood to do it. And same with the Poshmark. I was never going to do Poshmark again, and had just completely wiped it out of my mind after my relationship, after my breakup. I just had no interest in it. And then people started buying stuff around Christmas time, and I want to apologize to the people that bought stuff that I had already gotten rid of during the holidays, because I was packing up a bunch of stuff and getting rid of stuff. But I did keep a lot of the nicer things, you know, just thinking, well, maybe one day I'll sell them on the marketplace or something. But I got rid of a lot of the cheaper things that I just kind of thought were not useful to sell anymore, because back when I started Poshmark in 2018, when I tried it for once, a lot of the stuff was very tiny because I was very unhealthy and underweight. And I tried to sell that stuff when I gained some weight, and, you know, not a lot of people can fit in that stuff. So, I got rid of more of that stuff a couple weeks ago, cleaned out this bedroom. It's still a mess, but we're getting there. And here we are. What happened at Christmas was that people started buying coats and stuff that I'd had up there for like $200 or $100 or whatever. And I sold a few things, and I was like, you know, that would be a good idea to help me stay up here more and get some like extra cash so I could help pay for my house and everything. Whenever shows are slower, because shows are slower right now, obviously, because it's wintertime. January and February are the worst. You usually have a good December. November is a little weird. December picks up until the new year, and then everything just kind of is crappy for a while. I did have some good shows this weekend though, and I'm all I can say is I'm thankful for the new places I've played that appreciate me. They'll probably not, they probably won't love me for long, but at least they appreciate me the first time. So anyway, I had a really fun time playing it at Wegmans, Louisiana Kitchen, Bayou Kitchen, in Roswell. I hadn't been to Roswell in a long time. Roswell is where I worked for Moby in the Morning, and where I was traumatized for life and was told never to play guitar again. And I said that at my show. I was like, you know what? It's kind of cool coming back here, going the same route that I would, like, if I was coming from Mom's house or leaving there and going to Mom's house. But I was like, you know, I think it's cool that, you know, almost 10 years ago, nine years ago, I was told down here to never pick up the guitar again. And I said, look where I'm at now. Like, I did get scared and didn't play it for a year, but I finally did, and I got a lot better at it. Anyway, it's been like 8 minutes in. I just wanted to give you that little bit of an intro. I've started doing it again. I'm addicted again. And yeah, we're gonna do these little haul videos, and I'm not really gonna worry about what I priced these at. I'll just say what I think I priced them at. But let me readjust this real quick, because I'm trying to back up back here and show you this stuff. I'll try not to talk this much at the beginning of most of my videos, but because it's a repost of the first one, I thought, why not? So let me just go through the stuff I went through in the first video. I don't have a place to put all this stuff. I literally don't know what I'm gonna do. So first of all, this is a Burton coat. I sold one a couple years ago. I found at a thrift store in my hometown for, I think I only paid like $1 or $2 for it. It was black. This is more of a cream. And it sold for like 80, maybe 88, $88 maybe, somewhere around $90. I made like 70 something off of it, which was pretty cool. I didn't pay a lot for it at all. So when I saw another one, had this been at one of the ritzy Goodwills that I go to here, like Franklin, Brentwood, even Goodlettsville, Hendersonville, they really know when to price their stuff up. But there's this one that's it's really small compared to the other ones, and it's down the road from me. I used to have a Goodwill that was literally a mile from my house, but they closed it down right before Christmas, and it just broke my heart because I always went there, and they would upprice stuff a little bit. But for some reason, like this particular Goodwill that is now my closest Goodwill, they didn't upprice this, because normally you'd see a nice ski, snowboarding, snow sport jacket like this, and it would be like at least $15 or maybe at least 10. But I think I got it for like $6 or something. They didn't even have it as like $7 or $8 like most of them do. So anyway, it's a jacket you'd wear like if you're going skiing or snowboarding or something. It's got a little stain right here, but it's probably just transfer from somebody's, like if they're wearing like a black shirt or something. It's not crusty or anything, so it's not like a weird funky stain. But it's got places to put your ID, and everything's an X large, and it's got like this, like all these fonts on it. Like some are like Asian languages, and then some are like some numbers, and I don't know the difference between each Asian language. I don't know what's Japanese and what's Chinese when I'm looking at it, or Korean or whatever, but yeah, it's got like all that. It's really cool. They've got all the goods, and these are hundreds of dollars, and I think I listed it for like maybe like $75 to $82 or something like that, because it does have a couple little, you know, just minor stains on it, and I was gonna clean them out, but after I bought all this other stuff, I don't have time to nitpick on any of these, quite honestly. I should just be going through these really fast because y'all have already seen all this stuff. Here's something you already saw. This was the main piece from the first video. I'll probably reuse the thumbnail for it, but it's an 80s athletic windbreaker. I would say it doesn't have the size in it. I would say it's probably a small. A medium could probably wear it too. I'm a large or an X large now, but that's in modern sizes, you know, so this could be a freaking large and 80 sizes. I don't know, but I can wear it, but it's, you know, it's not like baggy on me like it's supposed to be, because you know how 80s stuff was just really baggy. So yeah, this kind of just makes me think of my childhood. Like a lot of the late 80s kind of like trickled over into the 90s. So I don't know, this just looks like something my grandma would have worn or something. I miss you. This one, I had never seen mammoth coats before. I mean, I didn't even know that they were a thing. And then when I was playing this Saturday at my show, I saw a guy walk in and he had one on. And I was like, oh, okay. So there you go. This is a mammoth. I did pay for this one. I think I paid like $13 for it. And it's really soft. It's the fake like polyester down. So it's not real feathers, so they don't poke through. It's not really fluffy. It just has enough in there to kind of make it soft and insulated, but not to make it like real stiff and puffy. But it's got like this cooling stuff on the inside. Like it's meant to like keep you warm, but like, what is it? But keep you comfortable at the same time. It's thermally insulated or whatever the heck. Keep you warm. Why did I say cool? Keeps you warm. Anyway, it's got the little woolly mammoth. I had never seen coats like this before. It's got the hood. And I might have listed it for around $100, maybe more, but I think I might have changed the price and brought it down a little bit, because when I'm first trying this stuff, like you obviously want to set the price a little higher than you think you're going to sell it for, because people are probably going to negotiate with you, like through offers and everything on Poshmark. So, but honestly, I might give y'all advice, but at the end of the day, I'm still learning myself. So yeah, I'll give you my thoughts. How about that? And maybe as we go along, I can get better at it, and then I can offer more advice. But anyway, that one's cool. Again, I'll pay up sometimes, and I shouldn't. And then sometimes I pay $1, 15 to $1. I don't know. For St. Patrick's Day, if anybody is smaller than me and wants a kilt, one of them is more of a pencil skirt. It's not pleated. It is 100% like the virgin wool, though. It's Pendleton. They're both Pendleton. But this one right here, you can see it's pleated. This one's an actual, like, authentic. It says authentic tartan on it. I never knew what the hell a tartan was until my first, like, adult boyfriend when I was 18. He was obsessed with Scotland. He'd lived over there and everything, and he had a kilt. And he just insisted on speaking like he was still in Scotland, like talking British or Scottish and saying interesting British things. And he always called these tartans. And I go, what the hell is a tartan? And he's like, it's a kilt. So now I know what a tartan is. This was relatively heavier because it's got more material and it's pleated. I think I am charging more for this one. It does say on the inside that it is an authentic tartan. See? But they're both 100% virgin wool Pendleton skirts. This one's just more of a pencil skirt tartan, and then this one's an official like kilt style pleated tartan. I take them off the hangers, but I got a lot to go through. So you can see the pictures on my Poshmark if you want to. Oh, we're just trying to get through the stuff that I originally filmed. I don't normally get J. Crew a lot or Banana Republic, because that was the stuff when I first started Poshmark. I thought that's the stuff that sells, right? Because, you know, it's expensive at the mall. But it turns out that a lot of that stuff doesn't sell that well. So if I do pick up a J. Crew or Banana Republic or whatever, it has to be a specific reason, like why, like if it's special or something. So the reason I got this one, even though it says it's a large, and maybe a junior's large, but this is even small on me. I mean, I'm like a large, X large at this point, and yeah, no, this was small on me. So I'd say a junior's large, or an adult small or medium. But the reason I got it is because it is 100% wool, and I think it's lamb's wool. So of course it's got that like piling or peeling or whatever you call it on it, and I could shave it. I don't have a shaver up here. I have it at Mom's house. I actually enjoy shaving some of the fabrics and making them look new, but that's just kind of how wool does. Like that's what my wool rug downstairs did. And if I would have known that, I probably wouldn't have gotten a wool rug, because Emmy picks at it and then it would ball up with all this like just shedding. It's kind of stopped at this point. The fabrics can be a little bit different. I don't think this doesn't look like it's shedding, but it definitely, you know, it's picking up little balls of wool. But that's why I got it. I can't remember what I listed it for, probably like 32 or something, or 28, I don't know. But it's 100% lamb's wool, so that's why I got it. And it's this like, I don't know whether to call it orange or yellow, like it's not really mustard. It's more of like a light burnt orange, like golden orange. I don't know what to call it, but that would be good for fall, but it's not fall right now, so someone probably won't even buy it until fall. I paid like $5 for it. I forget how dehydrated I am until I start talking and standing and talking to you all at the same time, and I'm like, shit, like I am, ugh. Again, Buckle, another store at the mall that's insanely overpriced. Something that was really popular when I was in high school. And honestly, I don't know about the high schoolers nowadays, if they still wear Buckle stuff. Some people still buy Miss Me jeans that I have found before, so occasionally I'll pick those up and sell them online. But if I find a Buckle piece and it's nice, you know, if it's a basic something, I'm not going to pick it up. But if it's really nice, then yeah. This one's a button-up shirt. Kind of reminds me, again, of the stuff we would wear in high school. It has a green tint to it, but it's a brown, but if you look at it with human eyes, it has like a green tint to it, if you get what I'm saying. It's a Miss Me. It's a large. Has these really pretty, this was what drew me to it. It was this like cord that's like stitched to it, and you know, it has the sleeves you can cuff. The back of it's just got this, you know, these little patches back here. I got it because I really liked the work on the shoulders up here. I just thought that was pretty. I can't remember what I listed it for. Not much, probably like probably like 25 to 28, or I might have priced it a little bit more, I don't know. This one's nothing special. I'll probably end up just keeping it for myself, but it's not my best color. This might be an Anthropologie brand, but I don't know. It's called Love Rich. And it says it's a small, but quite honestly, like, I could wear this. Well, I could, but I don't know if it, I've tried it on and it's like, it's okay. But it's definitely not small on me. And I'm, like I said, a large in most things nowadays. But the reason I got it is just a waffle top. And it's kind of like a pinky nude color. But the reason I got it is because it has these bell sleeves. And that's like a big thing right now. That's something that I love. So it's basic. It's basic. And a lot of this stuff, which again, I don't remember exactly because I filmed videos saying all this stuff, like about how much I paid for everything. It just went on for too long, and I think I'll do that with the following videos. As I'm sorting stuff, I probably will go ahead and make a video as I'm going through it, but try to make it faster, I guess, instead of lingering for so long. I don't know. Anyway, but some of this stuff I did get for either half off or for $1 because I finally got to go to Goodwill on a Sunday and go to their dollar day. So basically, there's a color, it's half off all week. And then if those items are still there on Sunday, when the color starts over, they pick another color. That color is like, they're all $1. They want rid of that stuff that they've had on sale that hasn't sold. So I actually got a lot of stuff, and I was shocked because you would think by that point that everything would have been gone, but I got there before the church crowd, I think, on Sunday, and that was what was cool. So anyway, oh goodness, this reminded me of an 80s like pattern, and I think I got it for like $2.50, so I bought it. It's a Shelly Segal laundry. Don't know much about that brand. They probably sell it like Macy's or something. But I just really like the design, and because it was half off or whatever, I got it. It's like I don't think it's real silk. I don't think it is. So it's like polyester silk in the front, and then it's just like, you know, regular old kind of cottony feeling rayon or whatever it is in the back. I put all the information on my Poshmark, so if you go to like buy one of these, you can look and it'll tell you if there is a tag. This one does have a tag, but some of them don't have tags, so I just kind of gotta guess or say, you know, I don't really know. But anyway, I like the kind of 80s looking pattern on this one. And I'm sorry I look like hell. Like I haven't even brushed my hair. It's just been drying. So it looks really matted. I swear to God, I took a shower like a couple hours ago, but I just didn't brush my hair out. And I hate looking like this on camera, but at the same time, it's like, I can't be perfect all the time. I don't plan to be made up all the time, and I don't feel like putting makeup on right now, other than a little bit of cover up I put on that, because y'all don't need to see that. I don't want to see it. Y'all don't want to see it. So no. I wouldn't normally buy Chico's to sell because, you know, it's just kind of just like basic and whatever, but I didn't know they had a black label. So that's a black label top, and it's really like, I think it's rayon silk. So it's not real silk, but it is so soft. It feels like it could be real silk, and it's tropical. It's got these little flare sleeves with like the little slits in them. It's asymmetrical, so this one side hangs down longer than this other side. I think it would look better on a tall person, but you know, you do you. When I put it on, it was almost a dress on me. So, and it's a 1 in Chico's, which I think is like their second size, right? They're kind of like Torrid with how much they, with how they size their stuff, I think. But anyway, it has like the little gold thing right there and the little gold button in the back in it, and they actually have like the little gold thing that says, you know, Chico's black label. I didn't know they had like a fancier brand. So this one was just it was a one-off thing. I thought it was really pretty, and I can't remember if I paid $2.50 or $5 for it, but I think it's neat, so I got it. Next one's pretty basic. It's pretty basic. I don't know what THML is. It's like HTML, but THML. I don't know where they sell this at, but it was $1, I think, or $2.50 or something. I like the embroidery work. around here. Kind of reminds me of like 4-H friendship bracelets. The arms flare a little bit. This is like all like kind of sheer looking lacy stuff through here. Not so sheer that your boobs are gonna like explode through it, but you know what I'm saying. But it's a small, and it definitely is. I'd say an X small, or a small person could wear this. Maybe a medium, maybe. Just kind of depends on, I guess, how busty you are and how your waistline is. But yeah, I don't know, just, it's basic. I probably priced it at like 22 or something. It's basic, you know. Well, this is where I started on the other video, I believe. But I feel bad to not show y'all a little bit more, considering that was like the stuff I showed you in that other video. So let me see where I left off. I think I showed all of those. Let me do a few more. Let me just do a few more, you know, give you some new stuff. This is a White Fox, which is, I think, an Australian brand, if I'm correct on that. And it's just this little like party dress, club dress, but it's got that really, really pretty liquidy looking metallic. It's not the glitter that you like rub on it and it just falls off on the floor. It's like in the fabric. It's like tinseled, it's like, or raffia or whatever that's sewn into the fabric. But I love the little ruffly bottom. It has a little bit of an 80s flavor to it, but modern as well. It has the little cutout right here, like a little peep. Back's just a zipper back. I've got it hanging like this so it won't fall off the hanger. The straps are adjustable. I don't even think I put that in the listing. But the cool thing is that it was new with tags. You've got all the tags here. And I think it's just a small. It doesn't have like a size 2 or 4 or whatever. But yeah, it has all the tags on it. And it's called Baby Pink Girl Revolution Mini Dress. Yeah, I think it's super cute. If someone's going to a formal dance maybe, or if they're allowed to show their stomach, you know, I know sometimes it's weird. It's like a short mermaid look. Somebody that's going to a dance, or somebody who's wanting to go to a club, or they have a special occasion or a party or something. It's just a cute little simple cocktail dress with a little bit of like a sexy edge to it. So I'm weird. I think I can like go ahead and just push these back here. I've had this coat for over a year because Honey Rags, that I follow on here, she buys a lot of Cobby stuff, and I haven't had a lot of luck with it, but I'm trying. I reposted this one the other day and took better pictures of it and reposted it, and it's wool. I don't think it's 100% wool. It's an older label Cobby, which I've started to pick up on now. The new label is like more square, and the font looks more modern, I guess. But this is it's a 6. It looks like it's an 8. At first I thought it was an 8, but it's a 6. And I just kind of call it like a Sherlock coat because it's like that tweed. It just reminds me of Sherlock. These are like 3/4 sleeves. It's got this really pretty satiny inside. I can't remember what I paid for. I think I might have paid like $8 to $10 for it. I don't think I paid any more than that, but who knows? Where is the actual tag? There it is. This just kind of gives me like, the lining gives me like middle school, limited to like vibes, you know? I don't know how old this coat is, but anyway. It's 55% viscose. Hope I'm saying that right. 45% wool. So it's almost half wool, and it's the lining is polyester silk. So it's, you know, not the real silk, but it feels really nice. The back's got the little buttons back here. It's got the little pleats. The pleats have been untacked if they were tacked in the first place, so it has probably been worn. But it doesn't have any flaws that I see. So yeah, it's got all the buttons. I think it's really cute. I would keep it, but I would have to lose a little bit of weight first. And that would only be if someone didn't buy it. So, so I've had a couple people interested, but no one's just, you know, no one's bit the bullet and got it yet. So, okay, we're almost at 30 minutes. We'll do one more. and then I'll start a new video so that, you know, we got content. Yeah, content. If I can get all this stuff done, maybe I can focus on my music again. This is another thing I got at that Goodwill that they closed down, probably back when I first started doing this. It's just a pretty little thing. It's not really a brand that I'd pick up again unless it's something unique, and this was really unique. It feels like real silk, but I believe it's rayon or polyester or something. It's not real silk. But it's a plus size. It's a 1X, and is it a 1X? Yeah, it is. And it's almost like a dress, but I think it's like, I would say it's more of a tunic. I mean, you could kind of wear it as a dress. I think it just kind of depends on how tall you are. But I've been calling it a tunic because it like ties right here. Like, I don't know, it's like a wrap tunic dress thing, but I just thought the colors are really cool. The purple and like the bluish green, and all the little like birds and stars, and I don't know, it was unique. So I got it. I literally don't remember what I paid for it. So we just estimate that I spent at most probably $5 for it. So anyway, okay, I'm gonna stop this video here. Thanks for watching. At least through all these first things that I've already posted, that I already have hanging up and stuff, I probably will do quick hauls like this. Like Honey Rags has been doing that, where she kind of just goes through real quick and shows what she's got hanging up that she's getting ready to post or has posted or whatever. I'll do some of those, and then some of them I might sort with y'all, and it might take more time, and it might be a little bit more intensive. But for now, thanks for watching. Subscribe for more of these videos and others as well, including music, original songs, cover songs, vlogs, and more just weird things. Sometimes I have a mental breakdown on camera. We try not to do that again, but sometimes it happens. So here's hoping that doesn't happen again. But anyway, subscribe, ring the bell icon. All these things help me. Liking, even if you want to dislike the video, whatever. Comment. Tell me cool things you found in the thrift store recently. Tell me if you like anything that I'm picking up. If you have any ideas or questions or comments, please leave them below. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.